Hi, this is Tanisha, and today, me as well as my friend Wansing, who you will hear later on in the video, will be presenting our solutions for the SDGs Challenge 2025. So, the topic we have chosen is topic 3, and the target we have chosen is 3.4. As you can see on the slides, it focuses on NCDs and mental health. So firstly, what are NCDs? NCDs, by definition, are non-communicable diseases, which are chronic diseases that do not spread from person to person. For example, respiratory diseases, cancers, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and various mental disorders. So let's look at some statistics. They have killed at least 43 million people in 2021. This is equivalent to 75% of non-pandemic related deaths globally. Of all the deaths, 73% are from low and middle income countries. And this is why we felt the need to focus on these countries in our presentation. Now in 2021, 18 million people died from an NCD before the age of 70. With 80% of these premature deaths occurring in low and middle income countries. As the leading cause of deaths worldwide, NCDs kill an estimated of 52 million people annually by 2030. And this is one of the main reasons we chose this as the focus of our challenge. Now let's hear from Mr. Aaron. As per a recommendation from his friend, he decided to go and visit the clinic, after which he was prescribed a long list of generic medication, despite a diabetes diagnosis. However, since he didn't have a stable income and did odd jobs, he had to pay in full for healthcare costs and had no insurance. He didn't fully understand the implications of his disease, and hence, due to his financial situation, as well as lack of knowledge, he wasn't able to manage his condition effectively, which eventually led to a stroke that left his right side paralyzed. Now, he is not the only one that has to go through such difficulties just to get proper medical access. There are much more people experiencing the same thing he is, and this is why we find it of paramount importance to focus on this topic for our SDGs. Moving on, we will go to suicide and statistics, which will be led by my friend Wansing.
To start off, in India, people with schizophrenia have reported high rates of perceived stigma, and they have primarily felt that discriminatory attitudes came from the community and from their family members. More than 720,000 people die from suicide every year. Globally, 73% of suicides are from low to middle income countries, which is why we think that it is important to aid these people from low to middle income countries so that we can decrease the suicide rate globally. So we have found a case study on suicide, and it was about a student committing suicide after while preparing for competitive exams. And you may feel that although many people in other countries, many students in other countries also commit suicide due to the stressful environment, but I think this is especially true in low to middle income countries, as some of them might not know the importance of maintaining a healthy mental health. Therefore, they don't know how to deal with it, it's harder for them to seek help and find solace in other people. Well then, how can we help and what can we do to help?
Education and awareness. Now this involves educating the general population in rural areas and third world countries. So, educating them on what exactly, you may ask? Well, to start off, we can educate them on what NCDs and mental health actually means. This involves promoting healthy lifestyles, educating them on the importance of early detection of various diseases like diabetes, basic hygiene, and different mental health disorders. This also includes addressing stigmas that surround various mental illnesses like depression and helping those with those illnesses get the help they really need and deserve. So, how will we do this exactly? Well, our idea is to utilize TV advertisements, radio stations, and posters, among others. Having this information all around them will help them subconsciously understand the implications of having such diseases and help slowly change their minds on different stigmas, eventually helping them get better and allowing them to get the help they need.
Secondly, volunteering. The purpose of volunteering is to educate people of low to middle income countries about these diseases and mental health issues. It is also to teach them about the importance of seeking help and taking care of themselves. Volunteering can also be important as it can treat them and provide them with medical support for people. We can also share medical insights and train potential health givers, which can in turn increase accessibility to healthcare environment. We think that it is important to ensure environment is clean as some NCDs arise from environmental issues. For example, the increased risk of asthma due to air pollution in a country. How can we solve this? Firstly, the people and the government can do so by identifying the problematic sanitary conditions. The government can also provide education on this issue to address the information gap of the citizens. Secondly, organizing cleanups within the community. Not only will this foster a sense of community and ownership, it will also foster a sense of responsibility for the environment among the people.
Finally, I'm going to touch on potential risks and challenges of implementing these solutions. The first would be health risks. Many of these places in need and volunteers. Now, the solution that would be most obvious for this risk would be to ensure that each volunteer is well vaccinated as well as thoroughly informed on the risks of doing volunteer work in such places. We should also ensure that they do not have any prior medical issues that may arise or worsen in these due to environmental factors in these countries. Next, and volunteers. Now, the solution that would be most obvious for this risk would be to. So this is the end of our presentation for the 2025 SDGs challenge. We hope that our solutions would come in handy and pose a new idea for you guys to think about.